This is iTech Everything. Here's the review for you of the 2011 13-inch MacBook Pro. Let's go ahead and get started. First, let's talk about ports. On the MacBook Pro, they are all located to the left. First, we have the charging connector. We then have a gigabit Ethernet. We then have FireWire 800, Thunderbolt, two USB 2.0 ports, SD card reader, and a headphone jack. Going down to the end of the left side, we then have the battery indicator. Press this button here, and then it will display how much battery life you have with the green LEDs. Going around the right hand side of the laptop, we have the Kensington lock, and that slot loading super drive. This can be used to burn DVDs and CDs. Now let's talk about specs. We have a 2.3 GHz Intel Core i5 dual-core processor. We also have 4 GB of 33 MHz DDR3 RAM, and we also have a 320 GB hard drive. And talking about performance of the laptop, performance is really great for a laptop of this size. I have edited heaps of videos on here, including many of my YouTube videos, and it does it really fast for a laptop. Obviously it's not going to be as fast as like a quad-core 15-inch MacBook Pro, but for a 13-inch laptop it's pretty good. Now let's talk about graphics. This actually has an integrated Intel graphics card, and it's not the best. You can do some gaming on here, but playing the latest games on high settings isn't going to happen. Talking about the screen, it is 1280 by 800, so it's actually lower resolution than the 13-inch MacBook Air, which isn't very good. It does, however, have much deeper blacks and rich light whites than the 13-inch Air. I find it has a better quality display, but less pixels. One really bad thing about it, though, is that it's a glossy screen, meaning if I dim this is on max brightness. As you can see, things become extremely reflective on the display. That's the one really bad thing about glossy displays. They are so reflective. So really, if you're working outside, you can do it, but you're going to have the brightness on like max settings, and even then you're still going to have lots of reflection. As you can see, my tripod leg is showing up in the reflection there, and this is on full brightness, and it's not even very sunny at the moment. So the glossy screen is certainly an issue, but in terms of the colors and stuff, I found it very good. So pretty much, in general, the display is good, but it has a low resolution, and it's really reflective. But in terms of color reproduction, deep blacks, bright whites, it's fantastic for watching movies, etc. So overall, I'm a fan of the screen, but things could be improved here. Talking about the keyboard, it's absolutely great. It's actually called a chiclet keyboard or an island keyboard. The keys are just so comfy to type on. I love all of Apple's notebook keyboards. And one really great thing about all the Apple laptops is it's actually a backlit keyboard. As you can see, we're in a bright room, but the key's actually backlit. So if the lights were off, it'd be really easy to type. I love the backlit keyboards in Apple's laptops, and once again, they are great to type on. Talking about the trackpad is fantastic. You can do a variety of gestures, especially with the new OS X Lion. The trackpad is great. It's clickable anywhere. You can do right click by tapping with 2 fingers, or you can do tap to click in system preferences, so you don't need to click it down. Yeah, so the trackpad, best I've had on any laptop. Apple make the best trackpads, bar none. Talking about battery life, Apple advertised it as 7 hours. I'd say that's fairly accurate if you're just surfing the web, not watching any videos, medium brightness, stuff like that. You will get 7 hours on here. But with the things I normally do, which include watching YouTube videos, Twitter, video editing, I get about 5 to 6 hours, but even that I think is really good considering what I'm doing. Now let's talk about the webcam, or as Apple calls it, the FaceTime HD camera. It's actually built right into the display here in the glass. You can barely see it, and when it's on, there's actually a little green LED that lights up here so you can tell if it's on or off. This is great. It's HD, so you can either record in HD, or when you're making FaceTime calls, for example, it's in HD. I love the camera, great video quality, excellent. So in conclusion, do I recommend the 13-inch 2011 MacBook Pro? Well, I do if you don't need a lightweight laptop. If you do, go for the Air, but if you don't need a lightweight laptop, then you're going to get a lot more bang for your buck with this laptop. You're going to get that HD camera, you're going to get that super drive, you're going to get that Kensington lock, you're going to get the FireWire 800, you're going to get the battery indicator. There's just so many more features on here than the MacBook Air, and this is cheaper than the 13-inch Air. You're going to get a faster processor. So yeah, if you don't need to be super lightweight, then I'd absolutely recommend this laptop, and it's great. So anyway guys, that just about wraps up my review of the 2011 13-inch MacBook Pro. Go ahead and give this video a like, drop a comment down below, go ahead and click subscribe right above follow me on Twitter, twitter.com/itecheverything, and I'll see you guys next time.